All right, episode 6, Prime Time CEO podcast. I got a special guest here today. Her name is AYSHA. You want to introduce yourself? Let them know who you are.
Yes. I'm a personal shopper and stylist. So I
Okay.
like to kind of call myself a image consultant.
Okay.
So I have
Okay. I
people,
like that.
I tell them, what is it that you want to do? Or I'll ask somebody, like, what is it you want to accomplish with your style? And then we build from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. What made you get into that?
So I've always kind of been into fashion since I was a very, very, very young girl. My
Mm-hmm.
mom bought me my first sewing machine when I was 8 years old. But I've always kind of been into the way clothes look on someone. Growing up Indian, one of our favorite things to do would be to buy clothes for an event, for like a wedding or something, and putting it together and then dressing up to the nine. So I really have my culture to thank for that.
Word, yeah. Your culture usually plays a lot into the way you dress and how you carry yourself. Speaking
Absolutely.
of that, how I'm looking today,
I
I'm
think you
clean.
look like a CEO.
See, I hit the nail on the head.
I
Then.
really kind of feel like you hit the mark on that one.
That
100%.
that was my goal.
Was that the
for
goal?
Sure. It
You,
was.
I
it
mean, it's kind of in the name of the podcast.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. So you said that your background kind of made you get into it. So
That was
walk
the
me,
start. Yeah.
yeah. Walk me through like how would somebody get in contact with you and how that kind of looks
So I'm going to
in
backtrack
terms
a
of
little
your
bit.
service. Yeah, go ahead.
So my degree is in public relations.
Okay.
So it's really how you look in the real world. It's a representation of your company, what you want to accomplish. So it really wasn't hard for me to be like, okay, image consulting is a part of public relations.
Right.
My ultimate goal in life was to work for a nonprofit and, do good in the world. I worked for a nonprofit as soon as I got out of college, and
How was that?
I think the world showed its ass to me and said, hey, not everything is rainbows and butterflies. So when I
Definitely.
left that, I went and worked for a really big luxury retailer. And I did that as kind of like just a little in between job between it, like until I found my next gig, essentially.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I like this a lot. So here I am 8 years later, still doing the same thing, and I love it.
Word.
So God has a way of kind of showing you what you need, not necessarily what you want.
That's true. Say it again. That's
Do you really want me to say it again?
Yeah, that's a big point.
Yeah, God will
Sure.
show you what you need, not necessarily what you want.
He will.
And what do
He
you know
will.
at 21 years old, anyways? The
I'm
world is
20
just
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
the world is just beginning. Not you, but you as
Yeah.
in world.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you kind
True.
of just build yourself at that point.
Word. What do you think kept you around in that realm for so long, like the fashion realm, working for a high-end retailer? What's like your favorite part about it?
The people.
The people.
I like
That's actually how we met.
100%. Yeah. I met your parents first, which
Mhm.
I love and adore them. I want to be like them.
A lot of people do.
I know. But I mean, it makes sense as to why people love you too.
True.
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say
I'm
that.
like, your dad sitting over there. I wasn't expecting. I was like, oh my God, now I'm sweating. Like, come on. Really? I couldn't have gotten like a little text that says, hey. But it's okay. He's cool. He's one of the coolest people. He's so chill.
Mm-hmm. Super chill. I think that's where I get it from.
Low key hilarious.
Yeah, low key.
Low key hilarious. Right, Mr. Walker? Yeah, see there?
We got a smile out.
We did. Yes, success. But that's why I do what I do. People are my favorite thing. Or just my, oh my God. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
We can edit that out, right? Maybe you should keep it. It seems more human. Okay, I'm so sorry. I won't touch it. I won't.
Yeah,
but people are my favorite thing in the whole world. Like, we all have a purpose, right?
Right.
All of us are born with a purpose. It is our life goal to kind of find it, what our purpose is. And my purpose is people. I love, love, love to make people see themselves through my eyes, right?
Yeah.
Because we are super critical of ourselves. We are super quick to forgive other people for any shortcomings, but we are so hard on ourselves. It's very important to start showing ourselves some grace, right?
Yeah.
So one of the ways we do that is you show up for yourself.
Yeah. That's the key.
100%.
That's the key.
100%.
It makes all the difference in the world, because nobody else is gonna show up for you. So you kind of have to be that hoe for yourself and propel yourself to be successful. Everyone wants to be at the top and have nice things and do nice stuff, but you're the only person that can put yourself there.
We're spoiled now because of social media. So, and
True.
I hate to say it, we compare ourselves to something that's not realistic. So we see someone who is on their social media page and I'm like, God dang, look at how they're dressed.
What's
No,
all behind that?
what's all behind that?
Yeah.
We want everything to come to us super easy, and good things come from hard work. Even
Right.
if that means wanting to look good. You got to wake up, wash your face, put on some lotion, make sure you smell nice. Your clothes are ironed. You know what I mean?
That's not easy, not cheap. Taking care of your clothes, having clothes that fit you right. Speaking of that, what would you say is like in for females, and then we'll go to males, like a clothing brand or a clothing style right now?
So I would say the biggest trend that's going on right now is just monochromatic looks,
What's
right?
that?
So let's say you have on everything navy. Like if you had on a suit, navy shirt, navy shoes, the whole monochromatic. That's huge right now. And even for women, it's the same thing for women and men. You'll see women who are wearing burgundy tights with burgundy shoes and a burgundy top, burgundy skirt. It's really fun if you do it the right way. I think it looks pretty cool.
Do you like mix the shades up a little, like all navy but different shades of navy?
You could.
Okay.
There's a couple things I'm not super huge fan of.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Schwarzenegger, I think he was on the Today Show, or was it the Today Show? Like this earlier this week, talking about White Lotus, and I saw his outfit and I was like, I don't think that was. I mean, no. To me, that was a miss. I was like, we could have done something a little different than that.
Yeah.
So it's a hit or a miss, but it's trial and error. You got to see what fits, what looks good. But if he feels good in it, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key. Feeling good is the key to everything.
Let's have the battle right
It
there.
is showing up, feeling good. It'll point you in the right direction for sure.
It will. But I will say it's not just about expensive clothes, expensive shoes.
Right. Emphasize on that, because I want to get that clear to people that it's not all about that.
It's not. And I will say majority of the people that I work with that will spend the money on really good shoes, really like super, super high quality shirts, clothes, suits, whatever it is, they work their way towards that. Right. I've had clients who said, oh, when I got my first job, I went and shopped at Goodwill. Okay, great. Just make sure you look good in it and you feel great in it. That's the biggest thing. Have you ever sat in an interview where you're like, oh my God, I don't like the way I look.
Yeah.
I don't feel super great about this. It messes with your mental. It does.
It does.
You could put on anything. It doesn't have to necessarily be super luxurious. But the people who buy those really, really expensive pieces, it's because they've worked their butts off to get to where they're at, to be able to afford that, to be able to indulge in that, to be able to have the best fabrics on their bodies. We have to stop thinking that you have to have the nicest things to look good.
Yeah. A lot of it has to do with confidence too, like if you might not have on the best suit, but if you got your chest out, standing tall, looking
my posture,
good.
I have poor posture.
Yeah,
so
me
don't
too.
even. No,
Me too. Let's not go there.
I know. I've been trying to sit up straight because I'm like, do I look okay?
Yeah.
But it does.
That's key. That can open a lot of doors for you by itself. Just feeling good about yourself.
I will say, right? besides our mothers and our fathers, we will probably care about ourselves more. Will we need to care about ourselves more than anything else? Like, we can't look for exterior validation.
Right.
That's not the right way to do it. When you wake up in the morning time, it's very important that you're like, okay, I'm going to make sure my clothes are steamed properly, make sure I have on all the stuff I'm supposed to have. Starting off by looking good and feeling good, it's a different vibe than when you just throw something on and be like, oh, work again. Here we are. Huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
You have to show up for yourself.
100%. It starts with your mindset too. You know, when you first wake up, you got to have that positive mindset and positive outlook on everything. Like you said, you might not have the best clothes or the best fabrics to put on that day, but if you feel good, if you're vibrating positive energy, that goes a mile further than anything else, I think, you know.
Even just investing the time into yourself. Let's look, even before you start getting ready in the morning time, I tell all of my friends, whoever I love. I mean, I love everyone. Okay, I meet somebody and I talk to them for 5 minutes. I love you. That's it. It's just love. I love you.
Yeah.
I've got golden retriever energy all day. But I tell everyone, in order to really love yourself and try and look your best, you have to feel your best the first 5 to 10 minutes you wake up.
That's true.
Before even like rolling out of bed, just take the time, close your eyes, don't go back to sleep, but meditate a little bit. Set your intentions. No, seriously. Yeah. Set your intentions. Like, you know how many people wake up on a Monday morning like, oh God, the Monday scaries. I would be like, you know what? How are we going to make this day a little bit better? We pump ourselves with caffeine. Okay, great. Well, how about instead we focus a little bit more on the exterior too, right? Because you are your business card.
Yeah, you are.
You are. I can't stand it when I see people who are working in corporate America who wear a oversized golf shirt, a pair of khakis, and a boat shoe. Oh, it like grinds my freaking gears.
Sperry's.
Jesus.
I wore those in high school, so I can't hate you too hard.
There's the door. There is the door.
I got away from it.
Okay, good.
Definitely.
Maturity suits you well, my friend.
Yeah.
Sperry's? Are you kidding me?
That was not my best time.
Same thing with oversized golf shirts. Are you? Where are we going? Where are we playing at? Wait, are you planning on sweating in 50-degree weather? Like, why are we wearing this?
Right.
It grinds my gears. But then these are the same people who are like, I want to be a CEO one day. I'm going to be a senior vice president. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. If you want to seem like you are all about like your company and your job, if you're working for someone else, show up looking your best.
Right.
Because it shows. Exactly, because it shows that you were really serious about being here, right? I put the time into not just looking my best, but then I start to feel confident, which means it looks like I'm confident in my work, which looks like I'm confident being here. And I guarantee you, someone who's dressed like this versus someone who's dressed in an oversized golf shirt, khakis, and Sperry's.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to get more attention from higher ups?
The person dressed like this, for sure. And I actually spoke about it a little bit in my last episode. Like, for men wearing suits, button ups, dress your pants, slacks, whatever, for me, it gives me a certain just good feeling and sense of belonging and sense of just like, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about. You know, when you look down and you see yourself dressed nice, it plays a role on your mental, you know, and it makes you really, it makes other people also look at you like, okay, he's serious.
I'm going to give you another word.
Yeah.
Like everything collectively, what you just said to me, it shows me that it gives you a sense of empowerment.
That's
because
a good word.
What we wait around for is someone to give us validation, someone to like pat us on the back. Excuse my language. What, can I curse on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I wish I would let someone else give me validation.
Yeah.
I really, because it's the same idea. When you're in a relationship, people sit here and think that, okay, my partner or my spouse is responsible for my happiness. No. That's not it. No, you're not responsible for my happiness at all. I'm responsible for my happiness. You're responsible for just showing up for me. 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Same thing when I go to work. I'm not there for validation or happiness. I'm responsible for that. And that comes from me specifically. And how do I do that? By showing up for myself in the morning time.
In the morning, on that day, when God first wakes you up. I saw this post from Denzel Washington.
I love Denzel.
Me too.
Fashion needs some work. Oh God.
Not in have you seen American Gangster?
But that is in movies.
That's a movie.
I saw him walking out of getting out of a car, and I was like, oh my God, who dressed this man?
Yeah, true.
He looked like he was wearing his grandfather's suit. 2 sizes too big.
Yeah. He's a little older now.
I don't care. You could be. Do you know who Iris? Oh God, I'm gonna butcher her last name. She lived to be like 100 and maybe 1 or 2, and she would wear these big glasses with fun colors. She would wear lots of pattern, just a walking rainbow.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. There is no timestamp on looking and feeling good. I hate it when people say, "Oh, I'm too old for that." No, what?
Yeah.
There's nothing we need to do in this life but pay taxes and die. Everything else is up to us. Everything else is up to us. Yeah. I mean, I tell everyone when somebody's like, "Well, you have to do that." I was like, "I don't have to do anything but stay Indian and die."
Yeah.
That is my quote.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 things I can't change in my day-to-day, right? But I can change the way I think about things. I can change the way I approach things.
Walk me through like your morning routine. How do you start your day?
This is hard because each day is different.
on a good day. Well, I mean, hopefully they're all good, but
On a good day, I have my 45-pound puppy just body slam herself on top of me. You know how much 45 pounds weighs?
That's a lot. More power to you.
But I'm really, because she gets really excited when she sees me in the morning, and she runs up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's time to wake up. We wake up. First thing I will do, even before I brush my teeth or anything, the animals are kind of first priority in that sense. And once I get them taken care of, I'll come back upstairs and start getting ready for the day. Animals first, but I try to take 10 to 15 minutes between getting ready and taking care of those kinds of things. I take 10, 15 minutes going back to bed and just meditating. And setting my intentions.
Yeah.
Writing a little bit. I mean, writing is so downplayed. It really is. People are just a journal. What? I'm like, yeah, you better journal all the time. It gets everything from out of here onto there.
Paper, yeah.
And it simplifies this, right? Which means you're simplifying the stress in your life a little bit just by starting off that way and setting my intentions, right? And then, of course, praying is a good, for me, praying is not to ask for stuff. It's more to say thank you for what is given to me, right? Yeah. And then just getting ready, self-care, washing your face, brushing your teeth, and then just getting ready for the day, picking out my outfit. It's really fun. I typically dream about it the night before, though. What am I going to wear today? It's kind of fun. For me, it's fun.
Yeah.
And then just getting ready and then leaving for work. That's kind of my routine. If I got into specifics, you'd be here for 10 hours. So I can't do that to you.
Yeah.
But there's a science behind kind of taking a little bit of time for yourself before you start getting ready to really kind of just get yourself prepared for the day ahead of you.
What time you getting your day started?
That kind of depends. It depends on how I'm feeling. I know discipline or getting up at the same time every day shows discipline.
Yeah.
I don't have that. My discipline, I'm not very disciplined in that aspect. I'm more of a go with the flow kind of person. Yeah. But anywhere from 7:30 to 8:30, I would say.
That's good.
Dang, I didn't know we were going to get into my routine. I would have practiced this better.
I was just, questions are coming to me as we're talking.
That's okay.
So,
I'll take it.
you know,
But damn, it's got me sweating again. First Mr. Walker, and now these questions. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm on like trial or something. Ooh.
You know, we try to make it good and comfortable. How do you feel about the podcast so far? You said you seen a few episodes, so how you think it's going for in your point of view?
I think it's about finding the things that speak to us the most. So you can listen to a 30-minute podcast and walk away feeling like, that was a waste.
Yeah.
But whenever we listen to podcasts, especially yours, it's like things need to just resonate with you.
Right.
But you have, how do I say this? You have the experience to be able to speak to other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the great thing about your podcast is people get to see the Nick behind the business.
Yeah. Everything else. Yeah.
How do you feel about your podcast so far?
I feel good about it. I think it's turning into a really good space for me to just express myself and spread positive energy. It's really what I want to do, just motivate people, show people that things are possible that they might not have thought were possible. Um, and just ignite that fire that was ignited in me, trying to do that for other people. So
Welcome to your journal, my friends.
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't necessarily have to be writing on a paper. It could be several different outlets. I'm glad that you found yours.
Yeah, I like it. It's treating me good so far. Not too lucrative, but it's okay because I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for everything I just told you. It's the money come when you're doing something you enjoy. The money, I mean, you obviously want to make some money from it eventually, but that's not at the forefront of your goals.
I always say lead with good intentions, and whatever is meant to be yours will find a way to you.
Boom.
I don't think Joe Rogan thought his podcast was going to be one of the best in the entire world, but look how long he's been doing it for. And now he's got I think some of the most views on all podcasts.
Yeah.
So the validation doesn't come from out there. It comes from here.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll resonate with people who see you for who you are.
Yeah.
That's just what you go for. It's just, lead with love, always and forever. And everything else will kind of
fall into place. Yeah.
And people will tell me that I am way too sensitive. Great. I own it now. Hell yeah, I'm sensitive. I'll take it. I will, because I'm an empath. Your whole life, people are telling you you're this, you're this, you're this. But I think I know we become adults the minute we realize who we are as people and what our worth is. I think that's the true sign of maturity.
That's true.
And anyone who calls me sensitive, like, okay, great. Yeah. But when you need someone to talk to and you need someone to cry to, I know exactly who you're going to call. So I try not to get so offended by it. But the one thing I cannot stand is when somebody feels like they're better than me. No, we all bleed red, my friends, and we all go 6 feet under when we're gone. Yeah. So we're all on the same level.
That's true.
Everything we have, all the money, everything, we can't take it with us. I mean, I was like, really, we take all this time to build something that we can't take with us. So that's why I'm like, enjoy the moments.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Whenever I go out to dinner or vacation and stuff, I don't take any pictures. And everyone's like, you don't take any pictures? I was like, yeah, because I want to be in this moment. I want to experience it for what it truly is. I freaking hate the camera anyways. Like, I'd rather be behind the scenes, but still, I want to be in the moment. I want to remember every feeling. I want to remember every sight. Pictures are great, but one of the things I personally feel like I do is when I see pictures of myself when I'm younger, I'm like, God, who is that?
Yeah.
No, I want to be comfortable with where I'm at in life and who I am today. I don't want want to just sit here stuck to the past. And I think a lot of us, when we look at pictures, be like, oh my God, I was so skinny.
Yeah.
I didn't have any wrinkles. But like, man, go eat that donut because you deserve it in life.
Yeah.
Okay?
You
Go
worked
ahead,
hard.
appreciate your wrinkles. It means that God gave you more time than he awarded to a lot of other people.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, age is a gift. And when people are like, oh my God, I'm turning 40. Yay, you're turning 40. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Yeah.
Look at all you've accomplished and look at all that you're going to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perspective is key. Turning what some people would think is negative into a positive. You can do it with literally every thought, and that will propel you to always feel good inside and always radiate positive energy outwards. So,
That's what I want. I there is nothing more satisfying to me than putting someone in something out of their comfort zone, but when they first look into the mirror, it's that first little smile that I see where I'm
yeah.
like, that is why I do what I do. It's not for the selling purposes. It's not for any of that kind of stuff. The saying is, people may not remember what you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. Because that's the start to them seeing themselves the way I see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell anyone, I'll be like, I wish you could just see yourself through my eyes. You would have a completely different perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. People tell me that a lot. That actually leads me into my next question. If you can remember,
Mm-hmm.
when you first met me, what did you think? What was your thought about me? Just for everyone watching.
I kind of actually so again, just knowing your parents before I knew you,
Yeah.
it kind of set the precedent, right? Like
Yeah.
it really did.
Yeah.
So I was like, obviously they're gonna have a great kid. And I do remember you being very quiet.
I
So
was.
who you are right now
Yeah.
is just this, how would I say it? I feel like you kind of found your light, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like the surface of the sun. So now you're very warm, you're very bright, and you just kind of are like shining a light on those around you. That is one of the reasons why I do what I do, is I want you to be your best self so that we can enjoy you. We can enjoy your light too.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than having someone come in and they're going through something that's life-changing. I had one client, I remember this clear as day, great guy. He came in to make some returns in the store and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And I was like, I think it was like maybe a $5,000 blazer and it was like colorful and it had flowers all over it. I was like, so let me know, what are we trying to accomplish by getting this? I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And he says, well, I'm divorced now and my wife left me. And he's like, I'm trying something different that I wasn't able to do before. Really sad place. And this guy loved nothing more than to be in love, right? He's like what I call a lover boy. He's all about the idea of admiring someone and loving someone.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, if that is your goal, let me help you. Instantly, I pulled an outfit like that for him. He put it on. He's like, oh my God. And I was like, see, we didn't need all these colors because they covered you, right? Your jacket was the focal point when in reality, you needed to be the focal point, right? Clothes are not meant to hide you.
Yeah.
They're meant to enhance you. There's a huge difference. I mean, I really do focus on trying to put people in colors that really enhance them versus overwhelming them.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure everything kind of has it just works in color harmony, right? Like just looks good on you, feels good on you. And whatever room you go into, you're going to command that room.
Right.
Right? And so good attention. Like when people say any attention is good intention or no, it's not. It's not. There's a difference between people looking at you because they're admiring you and people looking at you because they're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge difference.
Definitely.
So back to this client, and then I worked with him for a while. We redid his entire wardrobe. We went through his closet, and I remember we were in his closet, and I said, we have to get rid of most of this stuff. And he's like, I know. He's like, it's most of that stuff that my ex-wife bought me. And I was like, well, here we go. And I start throwing it out of the closet and threw it on his bed. And I was like, this is every bad thing this woman has ever told you. We're throwing it out. This is everything, anything bad someone has said about you, we're throwing it away. Anything hurtful, gone. Like, we're getting rid of all of this. Because it's kind of like a cleanse, not only of your closet, but it's just kind of like a cleanse of your mind, your heart, of anything that really impacted you in like a negative way, right?
Yeah.
No, it's gone. So I remember we got him dressed and he started going on dates again. Literally I will take, because my clients become my friends. And if you're my friend, you're my family. So he would always tell me about the dates that he was going on and the women that he would meet. And then they always like complimented him on the way he looked. But not only that, but also the fragrance he put on. Fragrance is important. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care. Fragrance is, I'll get back into why fragrance is important. But he met somebody 6 months after we changed his whole wardrobe, and now they're married, and he didn't need me anymore. And that's good. It's like I had a proud moment. Like my child graduated college.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I feel like whenever I dress my clients and they look great. I'm like, oh, I just feel like my kid graduated.
Well, you're definitely talented at what you do. When I came in, I think the last time, I think I maybe bought 3 or 4 dress shirts and a couple, maybe 3 or 4 pants.
Yeah.
But just the way you styled it, I haven't been shopping since, and it's really working. I'm able to pair these pants with this shirt with these pants.
We did it. Yeah. Pretty
20,
neutral.
yeah.
So we can have several different combinations. That's important too. I don't believe in one-time wears. If you're going to invest in things, I need it to be an investment that you're going to wear all the time, right? If it's a one-time wear, that's like, even people who are super young and they're like, I want to dress well, you don't have to spend so much money. And if you do want good quality pieces, focus on what you want to invest in, right? Focus on that.
Yeah.
And when you're going into if you're going into corporate America or whatever, a new career path, just kind of go with what you feel comfortable in. Not comfortable in the sense of, oh, these are my jammies, these are super comfy. No, comfortable as in like you don't have to feel uneasy about being around people because of what you have on your body. But something that will build your confidence.
Yeah. Confidence is key,
Yeah.
Open a lot of doors for you, So
I mean, you're going to get the attention, and then eventually you're going to be like, oh, well, that you have to dress the way you want to be addressed.
Yeah.
And I heard that. And I heard that from another stylist. I can't take credit for that. Like
that was good though.
It was a good one and it resonated with me.
Yeah.
Like absolutely. You have to dress the way you want to be addressed. If you're going to be in a meeting with other people who are wearing an oversized golf shirt, khakis and Sperry's, I'm going to stick with that because I freaking hate it.
Yeah.
I'm going to come dressed like this. So that way when I'm in the room, people acknowledge me. Even if they don't verbally say hello, they'll acknowledge me with a glance or something. How would I say it? If you were going to be a crayon, I want you to be the brightest crayon in the box. Right?
Definitely.
And I want you to represent yourself. If you are all about this position where, I guess, let me backtrack. You have to dress for the job that you want. If you want to eventually be a senior vice president, a coordinator or whatever, dress for the job that you want.
Right.
And that takes me to kind of this next level. Another one of my really good clients who I adore, he's really high up in a financial company, right? Super high up. He dresses in a 3-piece suit or a suit every single day. Every single day.
Yeah.
I go into his closet to help him pack for some trips.
All suits.
All suits. All suits.
That's goals right there.
But let me tell you why he does this. And I don't want to say his name because, anonymity is important to me whenever people come shop with me, whatever we talk about, because we talk about a lot of life stuff. I keep it between us because it to me, being with my clients who are my friends, is a very sacred place. It's a safe place. I've become a therapist and life coach to a lot of people, and I love it.
Yeah.
I do love it. Not saying that this is for him, but going back to it, he says, okay, if I'm high up in this company and we have all of these entry level associates coming in, what if we don't show that we are enjoying our job and that we take this job seriously and that we are successful because we worked our way up to afford nice shoes, nice suits, what is going to motivate them to stay in this company if you are a higher up and you're coming to work dressed in what, guys?
Spares.
And an oversized golf shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense to me.
It does.
It does.
Speaks volumes.
If you are an associate and you're working 50, 60 hours a week, some of us have done that before with entry level like positions, even in corporate America when it's year end or something, you're working extra hard. You don't want to sit here and look at your higher up and they look like they're disinterested in their job, right?
Right.
It doesn't look like they showed up for themselves because they didn't put any effort into looking good for their job. They're literally clocking in, clocking out.
Yep.
I do think showing that you enjoy your position wherever you are is dressing up for yourself, right? The confidence is there. You look like you're enjoying what you do, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
plays a big part.
He dresses in a suit every single day, even on casual Fridays.
Yeah, he's in a suit.
Yeah. That's really, I mean, he has my admiration for sure because that is a good leader.
Yeah.
It is. Sure. So I mean, I'm all for people looking great, but feeling even better.
I like that. I think on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode
up.
Wrap
it up. I just got started.
No, I know, but I got a flight to catch.
Oh, damn it. I was 30 minutes late. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I gotta get to the airport, but you were a wonderful guest.
I hope to be on here again.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. We're gonna figure out another episode to do.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Definitely.
It's definitely not, guys. He says way nicer things. I apologize for being late, but this was great. And you look fantastic. And I bet you feel even better.
I do. You look great too.
It works.
It does. It does. When you put a suit on and just, I said in the last episode, man, you want to elevate your life. You want to elevate how you feel. Look in the mirror. Look at your wardrobe. There's your answer. And
show up for yourself. I had to give eye contact for that. You know, because it's important. But thank you for having me. This was great. And obviously, I admire you. And I think you've done some phenomenal things. And I'm so excited for the world to see it. Thank you, AYSHA. I appreciate that. We'll do it again soon.